As always, it's a pleasure playing golf with you, and especially one of the holes that I have the most difficulty with, I think, on this golf course, which is the 7th hole at Pine Barrens, par 3. Right now it's playing about 190 yards to the flag stick, but if we took it all the way back, it's probably 210, 215.
Mm-hmm.
This one does not set up for me well. I don't know about you, but this is, to me, a difficult par 3.
Yeah, if you want me to play on a hole that's difficult for you, guess what it is for me?
I was hoping you'd say press or something along that
oh,
line.
No. Let me tell you about this hole. Maybe you can figure it out for me.
Okay.
90% of the time, 9 out of 10 times when I play this, my tee shot goes to the left. And you got a back trap back there that catches me. I'm in that thing all the time. And then coming out of that trap, this hill slopes
downhill, and it's hard to get close to the hole.
Yeah, I either leave it on top or I run it all the way across. So
I think a lot of times if people are hitting the ball to the left, they're over swinging. So my suggestion would be, when you step up to a hole or to a shot, make sure you have enough club to be able to swing fairly smooth. I mean, you obviously have to accelerate through, but if you have to feel like I have to swing harder to get a little bit more out of it to get it to the hole or to the green, you're over swinging. So my suggestion would be drop down a club and be able to swing a little bit more, what I call within yourself, a little bit more controlled swing, and you'll, I think, have a better result.
Okay.
Now this hole, like I said, this hole causes me fits because I like to hit the ball a little bit more right to left. This one actually causes you or sets up to hit a left to right shot. So this doesn't favor my eye very well, and consequently, I generally don't play it very well either. So, and not only that, now we have wind in our face, 190, so you're really trying to hit it to the front third of the green because it slopes away from you and left to right. So you really don't want to attack a hole location that's in the, it goes left to right, but if you try to attack a hole location in the middle or in the back of that green, that back left bunker that you talked about that you can't see from the tee comes into play.
Yeah, and there's no, there's really no bailout.
There is none.
There's an opening between the fairway bunker and the greenside bunker, but
very rarely
it
on par
doesn't give
threes.
you very much.
Very rarely on par 3s do you have a bailout area actually. But I would think the least amount of trouble is short and a little bit to the left. Still doesn't give you a great chip shot, but it's better than being in the waist area and the sand and the roly-poly lies that you get right at this green. You definitely don't want to go right. Right is kind of tough.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I got to quit thinking macho, man.
That's
I mean,
right.
you know, I think that's my problem. You know, what are you going to hit?
I have either a 4 or a 5 iron, and probably I'm going to hit an easy 4. And what I try to do is, if I feel it's a little bit too much, I'll just choke down about a ½ inch or so on the shaft, on the grip itself, and just take a normal swing.
So I see guys pulling out irons, and I'm here, sitting here with a 3-wood, looking around like I don't belong in this group. So I'm going to take out something and overswing.
Let me tell you. Scorecards are very small. They have small little boxes. They're good. They're big enough for about one number. It's not a story. That's what you have a beer over afterwards and tell how good or how bad you did. But a scorecard does not tell lies. So it doesn't matter what you hit. If you get the job done, use whatever you need. Okay.
All right, let's see what we need here. You said you're going to go with a 4 and flight it a little lower?
I would typically use a 5 iron, but with just a hint of breeze in my face, I want to make sure I get it back to, at least past the first third. But my aim is left of this flag stick.
Okay.
And if I want to land in the front third of this green and let it release back.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to choke down in this 4 iron about a ½ inch and just try to flight it in a little bit lower. Middle of the green?
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for.
Looks pretty good. Just a simple little shot now.
Just nice and easy. Same thing. If you're between a 3 and a 5, take the 5 if you feel like you have to overswing. Or take the 3, I'm sorry, if you feel you have to overswing the 5. And just swing easy and eliminate that pull because you're trying to hit it too hard.
Okay.
This. And you can have my tee because you always take my tee.
This is 190. And I just want to get it to the front of the green, so that should be a 5-wood for me.
Okay.
And I don't have to overswing because I'm not really trying to go to the flag. I'm trying to go to the front of the green and
That's
let
correct.
it just trickle on down.
On this
that
hole,
makes it a
definitely.
little bit easier. All right.
Plus, it'll take the 3-wood.
No, I'm gonna hit the 5 and just try to get it to the front.
Oh, you made it.
Oh man,
You made that one.
holy cow.
Get out. Go in. Woo! That's perfect.
Wow.
Exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one tip is make sure you do not overswing.
Mhm.
So if you overswing, you have a tendency to pull it to the left side. And on this hole, that's the reason why you're hitting it so many times to the left and giving yourself a difficult chip shot.
Yeah, I would have originally thought to pull out the 4R or the 5R and try to hit it 195 yards, the maximum, which probably isn't good because that 4R goes anywhere from 175 to 195, and that kind of tells you I got a problem with it.
Right. But again, this hole is pretty difficult, so really you're just looking for a 3.
Yeah.
You're trying to just get it on the front part of the green and go from there. Eliminate as much of the trouble as
Okay.
possible. Okay?
All right.
Let's go up and see where our putts. Basically, I'm right of the hole, which I have an uphill putt for birdie, which is perfect for me. I hit pretty much in the middle of the green, and it fed down to the right, which we basically said the green feeds away from you and left to right. So I've actually hit it hole high. So my putt is up the hill, so I have to be careful. It's into the grain, so I have to hit it a little bit harder. And it'll tend to go a little bit to the left, but it'll straighten out at the end of the hole, or where the hole is. So I have to be very careful. I really can't take it much outside the hole if I expect to make this putt. But one of the things I'm really looking at is making sure I get it to the hole, give myself an opportunity to make a birdie because I'm uphill and into the grain. But I am going to be happy with the 3 because this hole really is more difficult than what I've played it so far. Just missed, but again, 3 is a very good score on this hole. And then we're going to go see how my friend Nick, middle of the green, released just past the hole. You have an excellent chance for
Yeah,
birdie.
you know, and my 5-wood usually goes 195, and I didn't try to muscle it or anything like that. So that's just about right where I ended up.
You're
It's
making
great.
this hole look easy.
Yeah, I can guarantee you it isn't easy. And you're gonna, after I'm done putting, I'm gonna have you show how to make that shot, that downhill sand shot from over there where I usually am.
Now, as I was saying, this is a very difficult hole, so 3 is a very good score. Now,
Yes, it is.
I want to see you make a 2, though, but
the only thing
be
is,
very happy with 3 when you come to this hole.
All right, now you got to calm me down here because
Okay.
it's very rare that I putt for birdie on this hole. So I'm putting for birdie now, and I really want to
Couple things I think about.
concentrate on something.
When I really need a putt, the thing I think about is, one, pick your line. And I see how you have it marked, the golf ball. Once you have that, your line is fixed, okay? Don't worry about your line. Now, concentrate on keeping my head still and pace. How hard do I have to hit the golf ball? Don't fall in love with the line and leave it short of the hole. So make sure that you have enough pace to get it to the hole and keep your head nice and still.
Even though this is, it looks to me like it goes
fast,
downhill.
but I don't
it
think
looks like it's fast, but
I don't think it plays as fast as what you think it's going to play.
It's not with the grain, so it shouldn't break as much.
Well, I think it's going to.
But the slope.
Yeah, I think it's going to. I think you're going to have to play it out a little bit out in this area here. But again, keep your head still and concentrate on the speed of the putt.
This is where I overanalyze. So head
I'm here
still,
to help you out then.
Head still and get that line. I got a nice little brown mark up there.
You almost did it to me. That was so close. You gave it a little bit too much respect, but that's a great putt.
Yeah,
I mean, you left it above the hole, which means you have a chance to make the putt. a very easy 3. You're out of this hole with no skin off your
Yeah, I'll
teeth.
tell you what, and I think that whole secret was, once I had the line, I really concentrated on head still. That's what stayed in my mind.
A lot of
Instead
people,
of, am I going to make it, am I going to make it?
well, a lot of people, they get so anxious about making it, they don't go through their normal routine, and they don't relax when they putt. You know, they're so anxious to get the ball in the hole so quickly that they move on the putt, or they don't hit the putt hard
Yeah.
enough. And then they're, you know, doing one of these, oh, you got to be kidding me, I left
Yeah.
it short in the heart.
Yeah,
Don't
Okay.
fall in love with the line.
all right.
Nice 3. I'm down in the bunker past the green to the left side as I'm hitting into the green. This is a very difficult bunker shot because the green itself is going away from me. As we talked on the tee, pretty much if you hit it in this area here, you're really looking at a 4. You're just trying to get it back on the green and get away from this hole without doing a whole bunch more damage. How I hit this shot is, what I'm looking to do is I'm making sure that I don't really force myself on a downswing and try to hit it way too far. I really just want to get the ball out of the bunker, land it on the green, and just let it trickle and roll down to the hole. I really don't want to go crazy and try to swing real hard at it. Some of the things I think about is, one, in any kind of bunker shot, you have to line your body to the left of your target, because when you open the face, it has a tendency to hit the ball to the right. So you want to line up a little bit to the left. A couple basic things in bunker play is, when I take the club back, I can set my hands very quickly and get that club perpendicular to the ground. And as I swing down through, I want to make sure I'm aggressive in the hitting zone or hitting area, and I want to make sure that I finish high. It's very quiet on my lower body, and it's really just turning my shoulders and my arms and trying to enter the sand with the club head about 2 inches behind the golf ball, and then finish high. That's what actually gets the club or the ball up in the air, is a high follow through. So we're going to try it right now. My whole purpose is just to land it on the green and let it trickle down to the hole.
Those arms dropping. Turn. The hands have to do this. Here. It's the only way to make. Relax. If the hands can't move, they can't work. All right, so they're going to come here, about right to here. Notice how it's already starting to close?
Yeah.
That blade has to be open. Remember, we've talked about that. How
Yeah.
it looks like it's going to go to the trees.
Yeah.
It squares up and it closes over here, right? That shot where it goes dying around you real fast
Yeah.
is coming in from here with the blade closed. So
Oh,
when
I
you
see.
hit the ball, it looks like that.
Yeah.
And that puts a left spin on it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's feel like it's going to go over the trees, even if it does for a minute. All right, so as you come into it, still going to be posted up. All right. Very nice. See, and you almost have to feel like you're almost holding it or blocking it off and letting it
Yeah.
release later, right?
You're sort of hitting it with your knees almost.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very nice. So your body actually guided the golf, or brought the golf club to the ball, instead of you bringing the golf club down and then turning the body.
Yeah.
Right? Great. Nice golf club, though. I like that.
Yes. I had this slightly fatter.
A little bit bigger
So
for the hands.
orange.
Good. Yep.
I don't know why. I like a thicker grip.
Yeah. Well, large hands, bigger grip. That'll help you. Moved a little bit on those. Go ahead and take your stance and grip. Now remember, your knees can't drive through if you roll over here, because that knee can't
Right.
go anywhere when it's on the side of the foot. That's one of the things we're going to work on today, is getting you something that you have something to push off with.
Right.
Right? Being nice and posted on this back foot. Okay?
Okay.
Good. How's it working?
Good, I think. I'm using a pitching wedge and I'm getting it 100 yards.
Nice. So far out there. I want them, because you're really starting to turn now. And so we got to let these things fall around you. You can see very easily, if I'm here, I can't turn. I'm not going to be able to hit that ball. So it's making you stay stationary, just getting the arms out. We need the arms in, we need them hanging, so you can start turning and whipping that golf club around you instead of the golf club pulling you around. Make sense?
So give it a shot.
Good, very nice. Does that make sense to you why we want that to happen though?
Yeah.
Because you know, with a pitching wedge, we're not trying to get it out there, but when you have that driver in your hand and you're too far away, you have no power because you can't turn. You're all arms. And it's just never gonna, you're not gonna be able to use all your harness, all your power, right?
Right.
Just because you've set up so too far away.
Okay.
Good, nice. Just keep on going. You're stopping, you're getting to that ball and calling it good. Take your stance and your grip for me. Hold that ball for a second. Good, so as you turn that body back, all right, let's keep it on going. There you go, see the difference? The ball is not our goal. This part of the swing is just as important as taking it back. If you don't get all the way over to here, you had to slow down at some point in time, right?
Yep.
The only way that you could stop here is slowing down. And I don't ever want you to stop here. We want to stop way up there.
Okay.
And that's just speed. We've talked about that. We've done those speed drills before. Right. Nice and slow back. And turn. Thank you. And the more we do that, the more under control we get it, right?
Yep.
The more under control we get our balance. And then we can really start swinging on through. Okay? Looks good though. Good. Had a little bit thin. Just a little bit of lost our balance a little bit, but I don't mind it. You're moving now. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Starting to move it, do you feel a little bit more powerful?
I'm getting more yardage out of these clubs.
Yes, you should be, because we're starting to use you instead of just your arms now. You know, we've talked about how much stronger a punch is like this instead of a punch like that. That's much stronger, isn't it? And all I did was turn my shoulder a little bit back and a little bit through, but I was able to put a lot more juice into it.
Okay.
Correct? I can sit here all day. I'm not going to hurt you at all. Right? It's just not going to happen. Got to use the big muscles. Turn them back. Turn them through. There it is. Nice. The more and more we get in our balance, the better and better it's going to get. I really like how you're closer. Does it feel weird? Does it feel okay?
No, it feels okay.
Good. Good. Let's just looking for these to be able to hang, not have to extend out. Got a little too much club, but still the
Yeah.
right shot, right?
Yeah, and it worked pretty good. Stayed
Yeah.
under the tree.
Weights on the front foot. Good. You got to remember to keep those shoulders